Okay, I just want to study bond performance using inflation filters. And so I've chosen two that I use, and these are key components in my bond fuel gauge. So I'm going to start with oil. Oil, of course, the most liquid commodity. It affects all other commodity prices through transportation costs. And I've set up a 10-day momentum test. So this is a 1-day hold. If oil momentum is negative, you buy 10-year notes the next day, and then you get out the following open. But of course, if it stays negative, you buy it back. So you can obviously hold it more than 1 day in a row. And if oil is rising, then you're going to buy it down here. This is the result if you're buying bonds when oil is rising. And over the entire time frame, this is 07 up to current, the bond market rallied about 52 points. You captured 38 points. That's a huge percentage of the gain just by using this filter. And interestingly, you lost 20 points if you held it while oil was rising. So you really have a hard job to make money in bonds when oil is rising. This is the picture going back to 07, 09, and what's really interesting to me here is that yes, the market's rallying considerably here, but look how badly your performance was if you bought that market when oil was rising. So the second filter is the Aussie dollar. It captures non-oil commodities. It also gives us a bit of a taste of what the US dollar is doing as a variable. And I want both in this calculation. So here we have the Aussie dollar falling. How did you do? You capture 18 points, not as much as you got when you bought bonds when oil was falling. But what's perhaps more interesting is that when the Aussie dollar is rising, you had a very hard time making money. You lost 41 points. So this perhaps tells you something you could do if you're looking to short bonds and you're very bearish. You can wait for the Aussie dollar to rise, or you would look at the Aussie dollar for confirmation that your inflation view is correct, at least having an impact on the Aussie dollar. This is the 07 to 11 period. This is a very smooth decline in performance in your profitability over a period when the bond market was rising considerably, a 35-point rise in bonds, and using this filter, you lost 32 points. So I combine them here, and you're going to get fewer signals because you're looking for both of them to be falling or both of them to be rising. And so, of course, you're going to get fewer trades, but you get a very smooth looking curve. You avoid all of this kind of decline here. You avoid all of this decline here. And you consistently lose money if you see both of these things rising. This goes back to the 07-11 period, and you can get an idea of how they do there. So I include both oil and the Aussie dollar in my index, and it makes sense to pay attention to these things. They actually do work when you're looking forward.